Hey guys, what's going on? My name is the Gaming Yoda, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. Now, this is a game strictly based on decisions, and if you can see here, I got my computer, woof, and it's really cool. You can, it's Inception. Inception! Okay, let's begin the game. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never. That's interesting. Interesting. But anyway, this is a narrating based game, so I will not be talking a lot of the time. So
This
here
is
we
the
go.
story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
What?
No one had showed up to give him instructions,
Oh,
call a
no.
meeting, or even say hi.
Not the
Never in all his
highs.
years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Ooh. So to sum up my life, it sucks. Can I type? Can I type on the keypad? I can't type on the keypad. Hold on, guys. I gotta get my mouse. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's Gucci. Oh, what time is it? I can't tell time that well. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Where
What could
are
it
they?
mean? Stanley decided to go
Ah.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, of course. Of course, the meeting room. Yes. Where's that? Oh, look at all these desks, man. Can I go through any of these doors? Hello? Okay, I'm just gonna walk through here. Don't mind me, I'm just a patron. Yep. Open it up, what? Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And this is where it starts off. So I can either obey the guy, the narrator, or I cannot obey the narrator. Can I just close both of the doors? Nope. Okay, let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, I'm gonna obey him. Yes. Wow. Odd.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for
Feeling
not
a
getting
wave
fired.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take out aggressively onto other coworkers. Okay. How using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Everything is not okay. A broom closet?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, this is pretty neat. I love this place. Look at this. Look at this.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Oh, there's much reason, my young man. There's a light in everything.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
I love
He
the
wasn't
broom
even
closet.
doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Doing sweet. You can say it. You can say it right here.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yes.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
These wrenches are my life, man. Look at that. That's a bigger wrench.
You do
Jeez.
realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yes.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Even
I never
more
would have
reason
thought to
for
mention
me
it.
to stay here. Look at that. Is that a pair of pliers? Wow.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find
Yes.
this concerning.
I want to find the broom closet ending. Is there an ending like that?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Wow.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how
Thanks.
stupid he is.
Shut
That
up.
or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. How did you know?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You
Oh,
got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system
yes.
and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Exactly.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Yep.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
So
It's
you're saying
indicative
you're
of the
not human?
long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Yep.
Ah, second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
A broom closet?
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
What is he gonna say next? I just want to see if he'll say anything else. No? Are you done? Are you done with me? Could I just crouch? Stay in here forever? Can I get stuck? Can I get... There we go. Not even touching control. Okay, I guess it's high time to leave.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nah. I love going downstairs. There's a fire hose, man. Oh, cardboard boxes. My favorite. Dude, you shoot me now.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
I very well
And as
may
Stanley
be
pondered this,
insane.
he began to make other strange observations.
Like what?
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh
Why
my
did
god, I'm
doors
a
close
ghost!
automatically behind him wherever he went?
Huh.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply
Oh my God.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Is this
he
Inception?
just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Oh, no.
He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yes.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh my god.
Then
No.
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Hey, you're the one talking,
Now
buddy.
the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to
Oh
Stanley.
my god, you're
After
so
all, he knew
annoying.
for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake up.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
Yes.
the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Am I waking up?
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
No, I don't.
I want my apartment.
I hate my
and
life.
my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
What? Oh, come on. Don't do this to me.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? And everything went black.
What? Am I dead? Did I have an aneurysm in my sleep?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, God.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Yep.
He was obviously crazy.
Yep.
This much she knew.
I had an
Everyone knows
aneurysm.
what crazy people look like.
Couldn't take it.
And in
My
that
brain
moment,
couldn't take
she
it.
thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
It's becoming 30 seconds at this point. Oh, okay. Was that it? The end is never the end is never the end is ever never the blah, 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 blah. What? What happened? Hello?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Really? So it just starts over. Wow. That is such a mind feed.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Gonna turn off everybody's computer. Ha! How will they work now? Meh. Boom! I am evil. Cha. What? What is this? What? What was that? Input. Hello? Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. If you liked it, leave a like down below and comment what I should do if you want to see more of this. Should I go with the narrator or against him? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll just go by your suggestions. So, that is it. I am the Gaming Yoda, and as always, may the Force be with you.